What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft and welcome back to the Cobblemon Survival Guide. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about revives in Cobblemon. The first step in making a revive is you need an item called the Revival Herb, which is only found in lush caves. So we're going to head over to a lush cave and I'll show you what it looks like. And here we are in a lush cave, and this right here is, I believe, a Revival Herb. So we'll break that right there, and we just got 3 Revival Herbs, and I think the other part of it that we want just fell down there. So we'll go down and grab that, but there's another one right here. So we'll break this one again. So you get Revival Herbs, which can be planted. And then you also get Pep-Up Flower, which is another really important item when it comes to healing items in Cobblemon. So you're going to want to keep that, and I'm going to go down and get these as well. And then I'm going to get out of this cave, and I'm going to show you guys how to plant these and then turn them into revives. After you've collected a Revival Herb, you can just plant it and grow it like any other normal plant. You don't have to search through lush caves trying to find one every single time you want to revive. So I'm going to plant mine just right here by my berry trees. Now these grow just like any other plant, so you can bone meal them and they'll grow to their full stage. Then you can harvest them and you'll get more Revival Herbs as well as Pep-Up plants. So I'm going to do this a couple times here just so I can start off with a bit of a bigger farm. And then I'll show you guys the next step. Now I wouldn't consider these the prettiest plant, especially when you compare them to the berry trees here, which have all these cool varieties. But they get the job done. Kind of just looks like a giant dandelion. So the Revival Herb itself can't really do anything besides grow. But when you smelt a Revival Herb, it will turn into healing powder, or heal powder, excuse me. And you can take 1 heal powder and 1 honey bottle, and that will form a revive. So the honey bottles here are by far the most expensive part of creating a revive. So I would recommend building a honey farm, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, let's show you how to actually use a revive. So I now have enough revives to use, so I'm going to show you how to use one in battle and outside of battle. Conveniently, my Ninjask has already fainted. So to use it outside of battle, you're just going to right click, and it'll pop up this menu here, and you just click on the Pokemon you want to revive. So I'll click on Ninjask, and there we go, he revives, and I get the achievement Live to Fight Another Day. Now the question is, how do you do that in battle? So I'm actually going to pick a weak Pokemon. Here, we'll just go with my level 5 Fletchling, and we'll have him get knocked out really fast so I can show you how to do this. We'll go over to Lopunny here. I may have picked the wrong Pokemon to fight. There we go. Okay, so Lopunny knocked out Fletchling. We'll switch to another Pokemon. We'll go to Blaziken. And then if we want to use a revive in battle, you need to click Catch. Then you scroll over to the revive, you right click, it'll pop up the same menu, and you click on Fletchling. And it's as simple as that. Now if I wanted to, I could switch back into Fletchling and he would be healed. So that's how you use normal revives, but normal revives are not nearly as effective as max revives. So now I'm going to teach you how to form max revives. Also, I apologize if you hear a little bit of background noise. It's pretty loud outside where I'm recording right now, so I am sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But to make max revives, you need 3 single revives, and then you also need a Vivichoke. Now Vivichoke, you can only get Vivichoke Seeds from a farmer villager, and I think maybe in some chests. But farmer villagers at level 3 will trade them. This one's a little bit expensive. You could get it cheaper, but I'm just going to get it because I want to have it. And then you can plant these to grow Vivichokes. So we're back to the farm here to farm the Vivichokes. And I said I would talk about bee farms. So I was lazy, and I just put some bee nests here so that I didn't have to go through the work of making an automatic farm. And I figure I'm here often enough that I can just breed them, add more of these, and harvest the honey bottles. But if you'd like an automatic honey farm, I can link that down in the description so that you guys can make one, which will be a little bit simpler. Also, if this video has been helpful to you at all, please subscribe to this channel for more Cobblemon content. This series is going to teach you absolutely everything about Cobblemon, so if you ever have questions, this is the place to be. But now the main point, Vivichokes are planted in the same way as any other plant, right? You plant them in ground that is tilled, and then you can bone meal it, and it will grow all the way up. And that's what it looks like fully harvested. Then you can break it, and when you break it, you will receive 1 Vivichoke. And it looks like you don't actually receive Vivichoke Seeds. So you could go and buy Vivichoke Seeds from villagers, but that's pretty expensive. So what I would recommend is you can actually turn 1 Vivichoke into 2 Vivichoke Seeds. And I would just do that over and over again until you can have a large enough crop that you can just harvest them. So I'm going to go and expand my crop here, and then I'll show you how to make max revives. After a little bit of bone mealing, we now have almost 3 rows of Vivichokes, and then we have 1 in our inventory, which is all we need to demonstrate. And so to make a max revive, you'll need 1 Vivichoke with 3 revives, and you can use that to form a max revive. For any of you who are unfamiliar, there we go, I turned off the sound of rain so that doesn't bother you guys. But for any of you who are unfamiliar with max revives, in the normal Pokemon games, revives will heal a Pokemon halfway, and a max revive will heal them the full way. So I'll demonstrate how that works. It's just the same as normal revives. We'll grab a weak Pokemon to make this quicker. We'll pick Pidgey, and we'll go fight someone who's going to knock Pidgey out. Now, as I'm looking for someone to fight, something I think is important to mention, right, is right now when we're at our base near our healing machine, it probably doesn't seem like it makes a whole lot of sense to use revives, right? Why would you use a revive when we can just use a healing machine? It seems like a whole lot more work. And in this situation right now, yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. However, when we start fighting legendary Pokemon, revives are going to become really, really important. Because if you don't have a Master Ball, which we probably won't when we first start fighting them, it can take a really long time to catch these guys. And so max revives will help you to keep staying in the battle so you don't get knocked out and they despawn, if that makes sense. Now, to use a max revive, it's the exact same as a normal revive. We'll right click and then we can just click on the Pokemon. And as you can see, Pidgey was healed all the way. He's back to perfect health. Those are the basics of revives, but while I was out finding bees to make the honey farm, I came across a lot of really rare Pokemon. So here's a quick montage of me catching some awesome Pokemon. I don't believe this, but we just ran across a Riolu. This is awesome. No way. We just found a Quaxly. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, this is insane. This is our third member of the Reboot family that we have found. There we go. Man, we are rolling in the rare Pokemon this episode. And Gyarados just tried to eat me. For those of you Let's Play people who are following along with the series, we now have quite a few options to choose from for our team, and I feel like we have to change some things. I personally love Lapras, and so I'm really tempted to use him over Gyarados, although I do love Gyarados as well. But then we also still have our shiny Shelder. So I keep saying I'm going to put stuff down in the comments section, and I haven't yet. And so I'm going to put it down now and have you guys pick our water Pokemon, because we also have Quaxly, and we have our Sobble. So there are so many different options we have. And I think we're definitely going to have to replace Riolu with Sirfetch'd here in a minute once we can level up our Riolu a little bit, because Sirfetch'd right now is our highest level Pokemon who's kind of been carrying us. Also, for any of you who are following along with the Let's Play, you might also like to know that I did build a simple bamboo farm here. Super simple. You can find a design like this on the internet really easily. But just to help me get sticks passively while I'm playing the rest of the game so that I can trade more with the villagers without having to spend time cutting down trees. But thank you so much for watching. My name is Pocketcraft, and check out the next episode of this series right here.